Hey guys, so this is my Opal, and I was asked to record a video showing exactly how I prime the pump on mine when it becomes dried out. And this is the instructions that I was given when I called into the Opal customer support line and I explained the problem we were having. We were having that blue light that was coming on even though the unit was full of water, and it just kept happening, and I was having to basically babysit this thing every day, and it was kind of driving me crazy. So this is what they told me to do, and it's really worked for us. So hopefully it'll help you out as well. So you might can see I've got the yellow light flashing. It is in cleaning mode. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reach down in the unit and I'm going to pull out this little plug with the grate that's right here. And it just snaps in. You can even buy a replacement one if yours gets damaged or whatever. So I'm going to set that aside for now. And I'm going to start a cleaning cycle. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach down, and you see this white circle down here? I'm going to place my thumb, and mine's been making ice, so it's got to clear some out. But I'm going to reach down and place my finger over it to cover, and it's really hard to show this on camera, but you just want to place it to where you're completely blocking the air or the water flow into it. And I was told to count to 15. And sorry, that's ice floating in my unit because it was making ice earlier. But anyway, I'm going to count to 15, and then I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to say, hey, is the water lowering? Is the level of the water in the tank lowering? And if it is, I'm going to keep going and kind of wait for it to start dropping some water down. But if it doesn't, every 30 seconds, every minute or so, I'm just going to reach back down and replace my finger over that white circle. So sometimes what can happen is what I was told is that if the water level gets below that white circle and it's trying to suck water in to make ice or whatever, it may end up sucking in air, which can cause some problems. Or it could be that you've drained your unit from a cleaning cycle and you've introduced air into the pump as well that way. All right, I'm just gonna shut this off. So basically what you're going to be looking for, you're going to be looking for the water level to get lower, and you can keep repeating the process if that doesn't happen. Eventually it should start to get lower, which means that the upper tank is going to be filling, and then eventually you'll see water dripping down. Now, especially the first couple times you do this, or after a cleaning where you've really emptied it out, it may take 3 or 4 cleaning cycles to get water to go down. So basically you want to just kind of keep repeating that process until the water drips down. So cover the hole for about 15 seconds, and then after that you would want to wait a little while, maybe like 30-45 seconds, and then see what happens, and then repeat. So usually what will happen is you'll feel the water trickling down on your hand, and then you know you're good. And after that happens, I just let it finish out whatever cycle it's on. If it was at the end, I might run one more just to run some more water through it, and then turn it back on and make some ice, and you should be good to go. A couple of things, you will, after you have gone a couple of rounds of putting your finger over that hole, you should feel it start to kind of like suction on your finger. That's a good thing. That's a sign that it is working. So don't panic if you feel that. And if you don't feel it right away, just keep doing it and it'll eventually get there. The other thing is, I feel like one thing that I've observed since we started kind of getting in a good rhythm with this, and I'm not having to do this every day, is that if it really doesn't need pumping or priming, you'll hear kind of another buzzing sound that's very slight on top of the normal humming of the unit. So kind of listen out for that, because that usually means that it's in pretty good shape, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, a couple of things that have really helped us, because we were getting that blue light every day and we were having to repeat this over and over again. We did a good solid clean out with vinegar and got any and all particles out of it. And then after that, we have only cleaned it, filled it, made ice with water from our reverse osmosis faucet. And I thought they were crazy at first when they said distilled water only, but maybe there is something to that, because once we finally got a good solid, we're only using the reverse osmosis water. I only really have to reprime the pump when I'm cleaning it. So it's working pretty well for us. I'm just gonna pop this back in here, and it just kind of snaps in that little hole. But anyway, it's working pretty well. The other thing that was kind of disappointing for me is I seem to, this is just anecdotal, but I seem to have a little bit more trouble with the blue light problem when we have the water tank installed. And I love my side tank and I want to be able to use it. So I am going to try again now that we've got the reverse osmosis thing kind of figured out, that's helping us. I am going to try again with this thing. I think that if you use regular tap water and you have like we have a high limestone content in our water. If you have something like that, you're just going to have to clean it out with vinegar pretty regularly. But anyway, that is the process that they gave me over the phone to prime the pump. And again, somebody had asked me to show this, so here I am. But if you have any questions, I will do my best, but I only know what they've told me and what I figured out from trial and error.